Okay, first steps are to install a VM. We're going to do that with our virtual box that we have set up. So we'll do new, come up with a name for it. We're going to select Red Hat 64, hit next. Memory's fine at a gig, but we're going to actually bump that up to 2048 because we have it. Hard disk is initially 8 gig. I like to usually make that 20. So change that to 20 gig. Okay, once the VM's set up, I'd like to go into settings. And once we're in settings, we're going to need to change some things here really quick. Display, we're going to have remote display. None and allow. For storage, big thing here is we need to make sure that we mount the image. And we're going to use the CentOS 7 minimal image. And then network, we're actually going to set up for bridged adapter. That way it gets an IP address in the same segment as everything we have. If not, if you do NAT, it'll actually get a IP address that's private, but only accessible from the actual virtual box system itself. From there, just say OK. And then from there, we're going to say start. And once this starts, we're going to use remote desktop to get to it. I'm running Linux, so we're going to have to use, I believe, Romania it's called. In Romania, you're probably going to have problems with the video, so make sure that you select a true color 24-bit. Here will be the IP address of your virtual box. For this, it's 10.11.1.2. And then the port, which is 9000. And connect. Once you connect, you can see that we've got a regular selection as if we're in front of the actual PC itself with a CD-ROM installed. From here, we're going to select the Install CentOS. Okay, now that we're here, we are going to hit continue after you select your language. Once we get to this part, we're going to let it get its installation source, which it should be able to get automatically. And software selection is going to be minimal, and then partitioning. What we need to do here is just select the drive, click done, and it'll do the automatic partitioning. This is important. We need to do our network. Network is going to be Ethernet. If you have a DHCP server, once you turn this to on, it should come up with an IP address. Okay, looks like we do not have DHCP enabled on this segment, so we're actually going to give it a static IP address. So you go into configure here, and I find the keyboard works easiest for this. So tab, and then we're going to go to IP4 settings. Instead of automatic, we're going to say manual. We're going to say add 10.11.1. We're going to do 151. I know that one's available. It's a /24 for his net mask, and our gateway is going to be 10.11.1.1. Once that's done, DNS servers, we're just going to use Google, which is 8.8.8.8, and then click save. Now if we turn it on, it should have that IP address. And we can hit done here. And begin installation. Set a root password. Make it something you can remember. and it's got about 303 packages to install. I will fast forward through this so it does not take up that much time. Okay, once everything's installed, you need to reboot the box, so hit reboot. I'm also going to open up a terminal real quick to verify that we can ping the box once it comes up. Okay, it looks like the box is up, so we're first going to ping it to make sure we can get to it. Getting responses back, so that's a good sign. Now we'll actually SSH into it. Accept that, put in our password that we created earlier. Okay. I'm now going to close the remote desktop session. We are now SSH'd into the box. And then from here, make it a little bit bigger. What we're going to do here is we're actually going to go to my GitHub site, and I will put this in the information in the description. Basically the complete CentOS 7.6, and you can go to the clone or download, and here is the thing that you need to copy to your clipboard. You just hit the little copy icon and you can copy it to your clipboard. One of the problems is Git is not installed on the system, or it should not be, so let's try to verify that. So we say Git, it's not found, so we'll do a yum install Git. It'll install the packages that it needs. Okay, all those packages are installed for Git. Next we'll put in the command Git and then pull down that from the copy that we created from the website. So we're going to go Git clone and then the address. So it brought that down. And just to let you know, I have not disabled SE Linux. I have not disabled the firewall. I have not updated this box. And the reason why I did not do that is because I wanted to show you the Cockpit software that's on there and how you can use Cockpit to do all those different things from more of a, I guess, web GUI based control. So next thing that we're going to do is go into the folder that we downloaded. Complete CentOS 7.6, do a list real quick, and we can see that there's a install basic software, so we'll do a .1 tab, and this will install the software that we need and the packages and the cockpit information. Okay. Also during this time, it actually made the changes that were required for the firewall to open the port that was required for there, which I believe is port 9090. So what we'll do now is, we were in a remote desktop session initially using VirtualBox, and then we SSH'd into the box, and now we're actually going to go to a web GUI interface with Cockpit on it. So we're going to put in that IP address that we had, 10.11.1.151, and we're going to port 9090. Okay, we're going to go to Advanced, Proceed, and here's the web GUI interface to Cockpit. So what we're going to do here is log in as root and the same password we used earlier. And as you can see, we got a nice little system overview. We've got logs. We got storage information. We got networking information, IP address interfaces, firewall, 2 active rules, accounts. You can create accounts, services, shows us our services, diagnostics report. You can automatically create an SOS report. And it's nice because it'll actually make it so you can download it, so you don't have to go to the box, SSH it back, and do all those different things. You can see the kernel dump settings. It is set up. SE Linux, you can see, is enabled. Terminal, nice terminal within the window, and then we've got software updates. I did not update this or do a full update because I wanted you to see this. What's nice about this is it actually tells you the version, the severity, and also details about it from the CVE or the CentOS announcements of updates and stuff like that for the actual thing. So there's 22 updates, including 9 security fixes available on here. And you can say just to install security updates, or if you want to, you can say install all updates. I'll leave that up to you. I just wanted to show you this. It's a great feature. Another thing that's kind of neat is if you go to the dashboard, you can see here it has the name of the local host server here. What's nice is if you have multiple servers, I do not recommend this for a large environment, but if you have a real small like home environment and you've got like 5 boxes, you can actually click the add button here and put in the IP address and give it a different color for that other host, and then therefore you can have multiple boxes that you have that you're controlling from one central location. Again, this is MB Tech, Matthew Bingham. If you would, please like, subscribe, tell me what you think, comments, good stuff, bad stuff, stuff you'd like me to cover, anything, I'm up for it. Please let me know. Thank you and have a good night.